Hello and welcome to Tarot with Honey. Thank you for joining me today on another deck review. Today I have a very special deck, which is the Priestess of Light Oracle. I'm going to get into the deck in a minute, but go ahead and click subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, and also leave a thumbs up because it helps support the channel and helps me to be able to create more videos like this and also readings. So without further ado, if you're watching this, you've probably already seen some of my other deck reviews, so you know with what the criteria is, what I'm kind of like gauging the rating on. I'm gonna go a little bit through it again as I'm going through the deck, but if not, then feel free to check out some of the other reviews or just stay tuned, and I'm gonna get into the details in a bit. So let's get to it. This card deck, this box is very sturdy, very nice, can preserve and protect your cards. Always love that. This deck has 52 cards, which is very nice. So it also comes with a guidebook, which in my opinion is pretty standard these days, but you know, it really just depends on what you're looking for. Some people like to kind of reference the guidebook as they're reading, or kind of read the guidebook before they start using the deck. Totally up to you. Other people like to just be led with divine inspiration. So you have the options for you. You have those both options. I'm gonna move that over to the side. And then we're gonna start with the deck. Let's see. So the first criteria that I like to go with is the card quality and size. I would say that I like the size. The size is very nice. It is 53, I think I said 53. Yep, 53 cards. So you can definitely there's a lot of cards to pull from. Not hard to shuffle. I have pretty long fingers, so you know that definitely, I like to take that into consideration. The card thickness, I would say, is not that thick compared to the last deck review that I did for Angels and Ancestors. I would say this card is a tad thinner than that last deck review. Hence, you can also see a little bend in the cards. Not a make it or break it, but it is something that, you know, you can note when you're purchasing a deck. The print quality is the next criteria that I like to talk about. And I tend to mix that with the imagery or the artwork. I would say that the print quality is a little bit on the more darker or subdued end, meaning there's not very many cards that are light, bright, and airy. However, the colors are very rich. The art is very descriptive, as you're going to see going throughout the deck. The imagery in this deck is second to none. I would say doing readings with this deck has invoked some very concise, very clear messages in the spirit realm that other decks have not necessarily invoked. So having said that, this is a wonderful deck. This is probably one of the lighter cards that I've noticed in the deck. Very inclusive. You see many different cultures. You see a lot of different imagery, artwork, animals, plant life, male, female, very beautiful deck. So we're just kind of flipping through so you can get a gauge, see if anything, you connect with anything. Very, very inclusive deck. The next area that I like to kind of gauge a deck on is the words or the word descriptions that are in the deck. And like I mentioned in other deck reviews, if you have seen other deck reviews, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, then you can just kind of go to the playlist and check out the different decks that I've done reviews on. But what I've said typically is that when something is so detail oriented, when the art is so detail oriented and so descriptive and robust, and there's just, I don't want to say a lot is going on, but it's so rich and dense with information. I always think that it's a good idea to use less words. And frankly, some people don't even read the words when they're doing readings, but I just think that this is so stunning, so beautiful. And I think that the words are very, very powerful, very accurate. A lot of times they use more than one word. So here we have building your world, creation, expansion, and networking. So when you're doing a reading, you can utilize any of these different words to bring about clarity in your reading. Very beautiful. Adjust, looking back, moving forward. One of the beautiful parts about doing this deck review is as I'm doing it, I feel like a reading is coming from these deck reviews. So actually after this, I'm going to do a reading on the channel, and you can tune in for that, because the energy on these cards are just so powerful, so robust. Clairvoyance, inspiration, trust. Love it. So beautiful. The artwork, in my opinion, is very modern, very abstract. Some of the other decks that I've done deck reviews on, the artwork is a little bit more old school. Nothing wrong with that. But if this is something that connects with you, then, you know, you can have a little bit of an idea. So stunning, so beautiful. We're approaching the last card of the deck. And then the last criteria that I have is the price point. So I think when I purchased this was around $24.99, $25. I thought it was worth it then, but now apparently at the time of this reading it's $18.43. So there's a little bit of a discount there. And you can get these right on Amazon. I got them on Amazon. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below with a direct link for this deck, so that you're not kind of wandering around looking at different versions and things of that nature. And then you can just get the deck. So my rating for this deck overall would be a 4 out of 5. And the reason why I'm saying this would be a 4 out of 5 is because of the card stock. A little bit on the thin side. The print quality is amazing. The imagery is fantastic. The word descriptions are very potent and powerful, and the cost is definitely worth it. So the only point that I would take off is really for the card thickness. I actually do like the card size, so maybe we won't take a whole point off. Maybe we'll take a half a point off. So all right, instead of 4 out of 5, it'll be 4.5 out of 5. So this is 4.5 out of 5. Would I recommend you getting this deck? Absolutely, hands down. If you're watching this video and you connect and this artwork is speaking to you, then I would definitely say go get this deck. It's fantastic. It's powerful. I don't think that the card stock will bother you. It's just something that I'm noting for the purpose of doing a review. So having said that, again, this lovely deck, I would give 4 out of 5. If you want to get the deck, I've left the link in the description. And thanks for tuning in for another deck review. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you've watched it for this long, definitely feel free to give a thumbs up to the channel, to the video, and also subscribe. Thanks for watching Tarot with Honey, and I'll see you in the next video.